Uh-oh. It's finally time for more Final Fantasy XIV Online! I've waited a couple weeks since Dawn Trail came out so that I wouldn't have to deal with insane queues, and wouldn't you know, there were only 33 people ahead of me logging in today. I'd say that was a good choice on my part. Last I left off here, I had learned more about Vrtra's sister, Azdaja? I think Azdaja was how it was pronounced. And how she's trapped in the void. But Vrtra, you know, given up on her. Oh no, as if we're totally not gonna save her. And I really want to save her, so I'm hoping we'll get to that point. But you know, until then we were helping Vrtra figure out what exactly he wanted to do to help his people out. And I kept getting cut off in the middle of this cutscene. So I'm gonna go watch that cutscene before I keep queuing up, because I'm also working on the Pandaemonium raids. I'm finally onto Abyssos 7th Circle, so we know more. I believe the last cutscene I saw was the one where La Brea's son, whose name is currently escaped. I want to say Eric, maybe? Was it something? It was something Thonius at the end, but I think it might have been like Eric or something like that at the front. Regardless, redhead kid got all corrupted because he kind of gave in to bad guy whose name is also escaping me because it's been about a month since I played at least. And we were, gonna try and delve deeper into Abyssos so that we could hopefully save him and continue, working towards putting an end to that nonsense. But first, Vrtra. Or just kidding, Varshan, technically in this form. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. And then the sight of a massive dragon is scary to people. So he hangs out like a little guy. Blakistan is doing well. Yeah, but the problem is the port, though. So many lives lost. It's very true. Oh, we're thinking of our little friend, the little guy who was forced to help the swindler in the market. Oh, I hope he's doing okay right now. I know he's not. He's a poor orphan kid, but you know, a girl can dream, can't she? Oh, I would love to be in attendance. Yes, please.
I thank you for your attendance.
And remember, yes, space protects auto advance. Okay.
The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Azdaja's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need.
And today, I take it, is that day of need.
And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul.
Dang. God's rest his soul indeed.
Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly.
Okay.
Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency.
Yep, invested into the port. We talked about that.
But an absence was created by the loss of...
And everyone's like, hell yeah. I love the armor on those people. It looks really cool. Especially like the finger
What of the
things.
children who were left without family to care for them?
Yeah, what about the kids?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the
It's true. You can't just throw money at problems. You gotta actually do something.
Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come.
I like that idea.
Thou hast surely seen how other
What am I gonna recommend? Oh yeah, that's right. I said it takes a village last time I did this, and I'm gonna say that now. It takes a village. Punch, punch. I don't know why this is the appropriate response. It takes a village.
we must.
I don't know why that is the physical response. Yes, we must.
Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring
Yep, they'll help fund the orphanage.
now.
What are we gonna name it? Something with Kazal seems appropriate. His absence is felt the most.
A fitting candidate.
Gamers indeed. Hello.
Kazal should be remembered, not as the.
Ooh.
Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well.
That's really sweet.
Isn't that right, men?
It's really sweet. I really like that. It has been so long. How are you? I think you had a different username in chat, but the reason I'm guessing that is I forget what your old username was, but I think I have you in. Were you Theocrat's wife was your old username? I think maybe right because I think in-game username is Missouri, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. It's very possible. I have a terrible memory.
Neptune, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child.
Hell yeah, I remembered, but I also spilled water. You're fine. Are you back online because you're playing Dawn Trail? I'm still not caught up. I'm getting there if you can't tell, but I'm still not caught up. The fact that I haven't been able to stream as much is because I've been more and more busy with work has been a big part of why that's the case. And then like regular life, so I can't even just blame work. Been like traveling more for like family obligations over the last couple months. Things like that. I like these outfits for the merchants too. They're fun.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. I'm reminded of Ishgard.
It always comes back to dragons for him. Maybe that's why I love Astidian so much. You know, as a fellow dragon lover. If dragons were real, I would want to be like Daenerys riding on a dragon kind of thing. Like, that is the coolest thing in the world to me, the thought of that. Granted, like flight in general. I think flying would, if I had like one superpower, flight would be the power I wanted, you know? Beat Dawn Trail ready. Nice! I want to try Pictomancer. I have yet to try. Like, I think, I might have technically picked up some, like, magic classes. But, yeah, I technically picked up Red Mage, but I haven't done anything with it. I technically picked up Blue Mage, but definitely haven't done anything there. So I haven't actually done anything with a lot of the magical classes, but I really want to. I want to learn Pictomancer. It looks so cute, like, thematically, too. But I am still loving also being Dancer. I remember there was one time I wasn't on stream, I was just doing a dungeon in my spare time. Or rather, I was doing an alliance raid, and like 5 of us in my alliance alone were all dancers. Or not in my alliance alone, across the whole thing. But we had like 3 dancers in my alliance, I think it was. And somebody was making a joke, like, you all must be leveling it because nobody plays Dancer willingly. Nobody likes being Dancer. I didn't comment, but I'm just sitting there like, I like being a Dancer, what? Nope, going to the High Crucible to see Y'shtola, okay. Ooh, Varshan's coming. I would assume he wouldn't want to. Maybe he's coming around on saving his sister sooner than I thought. Alright, well, allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. I like the shoes that you can like see the little claw toes. That's cool. Okay, now I will queue up. Also, how's my gear looking? Here we go. I was like, where do I go look at that again? It's right here. Oh yeah, we're good. 99% condition. All right. Trying to remember duty finder. Here we go. Abyssos, 7th circle. Join. And then Y'shtola is the High Crucible. Okay, here. Oh wait, wrong way. I have to go up. There she is. Hello, Y'shtola. Let's see. Please be voiced. I love a voiced cutscene.
Right, here we all are.
Yes, we're all here.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed,
Okay.
but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vrtra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening
Up
years.
here.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
She told. Oh, come on, Estinian. Do you doubt her?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
Okay. Ooh.
From what we understand,
She furrowed her
travel
brow.
between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
Mm-hmm.
Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
We were kind of flying.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location.
Oh, right.
His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
Okay. Was in a dungeon, I believe Picto has the most damage to the moment. Ah.
The
Neat.
magics tore a hole in the walls separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
Right.
In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway.
Gosetsu on the right in that crystal.
Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were born safely to your destination in the
Yes, but
first.
I really want to try it. I'm excited to try out Pictomancer. I'm planning on it.
The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Okay. Even Vrtra's like, get to the point.
Then what of the many void scent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
The question.
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens
I haven't played much
might
of Viper,
intrude
but it's
upon
fun.
our
Okay.
The
I
rituals
feel
of
like I haven't
summoning
heard as much
are the
talk of
most
the Viper
typical.
class as I have the Pictomancer class.
For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
So I also don't know as much about Viper as I do Pictomancer. I know Pictomancer, like I looked at when right after some stuff launched, a bunch of like guides popped up online of like different combos and rotations you should use. So I was like looking at some of that stuff. Dawn Trail Dancer is so much fun. Ooh, I'm excited for that too. You know I love being a
To
dancer.
call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Yes.
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact.
Okay. People complain about Viper on Twitter. They didn't want positionals, and it's like, yeah.
Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him.
I'm trying to remember.
would
Monk
require
does
vast
positional
amounts
stuff,
of
doesn't it?
energy,
Because I was Monk for a
far
while
beyond
before I
the
switched to
reserves of any
Dancer.
one mortal practitioner.
But it's been a while. I haven't picked it up since I switched to Dancer. I've honestly been just relying on that exclusively for my DPS class.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first.
Right. I play mouse and keyboard now. I don't play controller. Side note. I don't know why I just thought of that, but every melee has positions. Okay, yeah, I don't know why the hell they'd be
And just
bitching
as
about
our bodies
position. I
remain
mean, like,
in our world,
it's one thing
the
if you're
void
bitching
sense
about
physical
positionals
form is
as
left
like an
behind
actual
in
like
the 13th.
mechanic in general, but to say that's a reason to not like Viper when every other melee DPS has that, then that's, I don't know, that seems silly.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit.
Mm-hmm.
In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Okay. You're like, Viper's too hard. Yeah, I play healer. Ugh. I still haven't broached healing at all. I've been leveling up my crafter classes, my gatherer class. Well, I say crafter singular. I've been leveling up Weaver and then botanist alongside of it because those two go good together then.
Exactly.
But I haven't even broached healing yet.
Form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
Okay.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse.
Okay.
Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
Great question.
No, the danger is too great.
She wants to go through.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
I heard about the healer strike. I heard about it. I didn't understand it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Could you force the portal
I
wide
click onto that
enough?
healer, so I got pissy about it wanting healers to have more to do. You get that in Dawn Trail, and they're still mad. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can milk this. Finish the
I
cutscene.
assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death.
Are we all going together then?
But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th, and humbled the cloud of darkness,
I did, in fact, humble the
well,
cloud of
I
darkness.
imagine my chances would be much improved.
Come on. 14. 15. You have 10 seconds, Y'shtola. Count. So much for taking it easy. Come on. Come on. 5. All right. Well.
Since
Going
when were
in.
you one for the quiet life?
Oh, okay. Someone withdrew, but means I'm probably gonna get right back in. It's wild because the other most well-known clear without healers was a top clear and no one got mad about it. What do you mean by
Once
a top
again,
clear?
I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
Oh. Well, thank you. I'm flattered you call them ever reliable.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable
Omega
to open
Ultimate.
it without the Satrap's personal
Jesus.
authority.
No one. That's impressive to do without healers. That is very impressive. Now, do they do it also like I will say like I know dancer's not a substitute for healer, but dancing has healing that you can use to like let's say all your healers die, the boss is down to like 10%. You can usually clear it still with just like a dancer there to heal up. Are we talking about like those sort of situations where they supplemented healing through other classes, or like fuck?
You managed to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
She must.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daimir was overseeing the project.
Daimir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
Okay.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure.
Okay.
After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
Interesting.
A man-made void scent.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daimir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum. And with us devastated
Going back to
be
old
informed
Charlie
that
and
their
then
work had been classified as prohibited.
People like to be just mad. Like people I think enjoy being
If that's
angry and
true,
having
then
something
those
to be
notes might
angry
still be
at.
stored in a forbidden archive somewhere.
You know, it
Not
feels
Google,
nice
of
to
course,
bitch.
since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
Going up to the moon with the restricted section of Numenon.
Yes, it may very well hold a copy.
All right.
In which case, I say we head directly
Tell me
to
bad
Sharia.
about the fact that I can't turn off my brain for level 100 dungeons as a healer. I feel like healing in general, like, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like past like level 80, you probably wouldn't be able to turn off your brain truly, you know?
To reach the high shelf. See myself.
Although maybe the level 80 and 90 dungeons
ahead.
for you are just so like
Still need to
rhythmic
find
at this
Mirage
point
to
that that's
head
not
back
the
to Kalzal
case.
Foundation.
It very much depends.
Let us be on our way as well.
All right. I've been checking my brain for so long. Healing, it really does scare the shit out of me. I'm gonna try it someday. I'm gonna try and be a sage. I want to try sage out, but I'm so scared of failing and then everyone being mad at me and then being the reason we lose in a dungeon. Same reason I'm afraid of being a tank, you know? I feel like tank, you really have to know what you're doing then. It scares the shit out of me. I can't do around that dying to the first two bosses in optional dungeons in DT. Damn! Still in my queue. Alright. At the Charlian Aetheryte Plaza and have her accompany you. Alright. Let's go to Charlian. Oh, they have their little palico out, that person did. From the Monster Hunter crossover events. You blame those deaths on the dummy thick cactuars. Jesus. Let me look at the map. Where am I heading? Oh, not to Mission of Mordona, although that's interesting. But I have a quest for that. Ethernet, I want to go over here to the Studium. Dawn Trail's dummy thick cactuars. Damn, looking forward to it. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never once had the chance to attend the Studium, neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. He was rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. Sometimes wonder what my life would have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Interesting. To eat the last day and the day after the lectures. Oh, does that sound lovely? Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. That's sweet. They have no right to have a dumpy that massive. Alright, I mean... now, I'm so curious, but I cannot just Google dummy thick cactuars, because I am going to get all sorts of nonsense on Google if I do that. Like, I'm asking to ruin my search history for all eternity if I do that. It does an AoE heal at level 100. Neat. Monteshine. Hello. Monteshine, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce it. No furtive forays into the stacks this time. No, we're doing it the honest way. Oh, well, we'll try to get in. The Pyrohouse Daymare is laying dormant in the archives. Yeah, actually, yeah, we want to go into the void. Oh, all right. Let's do it. Duty time. Ow, my neck hurt when I did that. Getting so old. Ooh, this area looks pretty. There's no floor below us except for this little... Oh! What the fuck is this? Holy shit! That's so cool! Hemitheos Agdistis? This is cool looking. Oh, the tree. Yes, oh, the tree indeed. That's certainly a memorable tree. Lalafell's in the front. Alright. Who am I gonna partner up with? I'll partner up with you. I'm gonna stay here with everybody else. Okay. This. Oh. I saw it. There we go. Bunch of people I see moving forward. Oh yeah, that would be why. Ah, okay, there's gonna be this kind of back and forth that we're gonna be kind of constantly doing, I see. And then over to here. Alright. Oh, nope, in this, okay. Oop. Ah, the floor went away, okay. Interesting. Ooh, those are gross looking little mouth things. Okay. Over to this one. I don't know where we're going next. Look at my technical step. Heal up the dance partner. This looks like it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna throw up a shield on Samba. I could have misread that entirely. We'll find out. Oh, all it was doing was summoning things. Oop. Okay, and then in here it looks like. Oh, well that was a bad idea because it's not near me right now. I'm still in the AoE, okay. I mean, the AoE is basically the whole battlefield for this thing. Or not AoE, but the hitbox. It's basically the whole fucking thing. What, like behind it looks like? Oh, nope, nope. Heal up everybody, my bad. Not everybody, but you know, me and my dance partner. Oh, jeez. Okay, well. This looks like it's just gonna hurt no matter what I do. Aha! Maybe not. Okay. You're going out into the wild to find the cactuar for me? Oh, thank you. Oops, wrong button, but that's okay. Okay. Whoop, over this way. And here. It's only at a quarter health. So close. Ooh. Well, here's hoping that I'm not in an AoE. Oh, I'm not good. Oh, nope, just kidding. I might have been. Oh, no, everybody was. I'm being stupid now. Okay. 16% health. All right. Oh, I died. There we go. Okay. Are we squeezing in here again? Oh, maybe not. Jeez, okay. %6 health. We're almost done. And we're done. Okay, there we go. Not bad. Another Abyssos raid down. Only, this is 7, so only 5 more to go. Dun, da, da. Do, do, do. Oh, everybody else left, so I got all the stuff. Okay. How's my inventory looking? I think my inventory was kind of bad last time I was playing. And I didn't really know what to do because my retainer's inventory is already full. Oh no, don't skip cutscene. No. Hey, Temis. Agdistis was slain. The flow of the ether into Pandaemonium was focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts. Okay. Space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would be able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo, must have been a key ward who did this. Yep. Oh. Only I can restore Tartarus to order, but I'm afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master La Habrea. Likewise, keyword Agdistis. Should not be surprised you're able to break free of Hephaestus' spells. That's right, Hephaestus. Or like Hephaestus. It's spelled Hephaestus, but it's Hephaestus. You know. Even diminished as you were. These curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I'm able to appear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' command, some part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. The report, that was you. Okay. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I've called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. Yep. There's something you must know. The tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present, okay? What is it? Is he trying to bring like Athena back still? It's the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erichthonius. Right? It was Erichthonius, I was right. Okay. No longer can you hide your heart away. Oh. No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. Oh. He did kill Athena. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erichthonius. My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We'd be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erichthonius believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? Something's going on here. If that's what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools to be used and discarded. Oh. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parents' shadow. Damn. His mom thought of him as only a vessel? What the fuck? I wonder why, like, and for what? Loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature, every action, every word, a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none spared for his own. Yeah. What I revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Ericthonios, I hope. Thank you, Agdistus. I've always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Festus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. Okay. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. I agree. Oof, but I want to know more. What was Athena planning to use Ericthonios for? I'll just grab one. Okay. Start the next one. Speak further of Athena's fate. Here we go. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. It was merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. But for what? See now why you hid the truth. I cannot say with certainty that Ericthonius could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Yeah, seriously. Seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemotheoi. I know not of what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain that is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Ericthonius to safety in accordance with Agdistus' last wish. Agdistus'. So many s-s-s-s-s. Very well. There's one place left from Take Refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. They're talking like the next one's the last one. But normally, like, there are 12, I thought, of the raids. Is there only 8 Pandaemonium raids? My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. I wish you deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There's no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. Sips tea. Oh, I'm excited. There's gotta be more. There's gonna be 4 more, you know? But I want to know, like, what's going on. I take it then you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encouraged Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. Ooh. My prized researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. Yep. Let's kill him then. I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay. Got it. I'm gonna queue up for that. Six minutes. Okay. Oh, why am I not gonna be able to do that? Oh, Y'shtola. I have to get Y'shtola again. Right, I gotta grab Y'shtola by the Aetherite, and then I can go over. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Y'shtola. And then back to the studium. Alright, we're doing this again. I'm just gonna click through it because I already saw most of these. We're starting after the kind of cut to black where they pan up, we explain things off camera, and then come back. Because we just did this before we got into that raid. Here we are. Last thing I remember is him being like, "You're not gonna go into the void, are you?" And then Y'shtola was about to say, "Maybe." Yep. Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Ha ha ha! Marvelous! Not Deja's proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whis and wherefore, or whys and wherefore, I pronounced it whis. W-H-Y-S. Whis. The whys and wherefores, I, for one, do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. Okay. Although your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Now we're going to ask Fortuno. Why, Master Fortuno, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. Yep. I was hesitant to approach him directly. There's no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay a visit to the Levelure estate and plead our case. One last thing before you go. Take it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. Oh, of course. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Oh, of course. Of course, Scholark. Be sure. Scholark is such a weird title. We will be sure to pass on any revelations. All right. Go to talk to Mr. Levelure. Levelé? I never know how to pronounce it. Again, it's too French. Alphina's dad. Oh, I can't wait till we see the twins again. We haven't gotten to see the twins in a little while because, you know, oh, we can't all hang out together right now. We're not the Scions anymore. Let me do a quick mend while I'm here. Yeah, we don't really need it, but it's fine. We're going over here. Hello, Butler. I have come to speak to Master Fortuno. Is he home? Yeah, okay. Meliance would invite you inside for tea, but I assume it's not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss. Yeah, but maybe I do want tea. Like... We want to go into a void gate. To save Azdaja. Azdaja? Azdaja. I think it's pronounced Azdaja. I can't remember. It's been too long. Scholar Montachon expressed much the same sentiment, I assure you. Will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. I love the freaking skirt. The way it just sits above the ground at all times in that rigid little bell shape is so fun to me. The restricted archives are restricted for good reason. Yeah. For a brother who missed his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. There's no vital mission, perhaps, for reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. I really want to reunite them as well! Come on, let me do it. Come on. You know you want to. Yes, I will happily share my experiences with you about our time in the first. Do not celebrate just yet. The forum still must be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldesian Annex. All right. Ooh, Fortuno was added to my codex. Cool. Now I need to go to the Baldesian Annex. Wonder what this is. A mission in Mordona. Let's accept this for now. Cryo wants help. Okay. Okay. What's the next task? Your great-grandfather, or your grandfather, Galoof, something like that. Cover the mysteries of Hydaelyn, Warring Triad is an example of such. Continue to seek out the unknown and deal with threats. You may best carry out the student's mission. Okay. Best honor those we lost when the Isle of Val was destroyed. I didn't mean to darken the mood in saying all this. I simply wanted to clarify our organization's purpose for a new age. Alright. In line with said purpose, I've been reviewing new requests, and one in particular jumped out at me. Rambros, the son of Saint Koinok. Something happened to Mordona then. We wish to entrust the matter with us. Uncharted territory. Interesting. Could these be the Alliance raids finally? Because I haven't unlocked the Alliance raids yet. Bye-bye. Alright, but meanwhile, talk to Yustola. Oh, hello there. So, Master Matoya's burned some bridges and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner, no few members voiced their discontent. The Chamber's reminded, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe you and your companions. And then Fortuno helped us out. Aw. Okay. Oh. Someone is at my apartment. They just rang my doorbell. Give me a moment. All's good. It was the guy from my front desk. He realized that when I picked up packages earlier, he forgot to give me one. And so he just brought it to me. Very sweet of him. But all is good. I don't get very many people ringing my doorbell, so I was very confused. Information was not accented lightly. Forbidden knowledge be treated with the utmost caution. Oh, I understand. I wish you well in your endeavor and bid you a good day. And good day to you too, sir. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising eye. With that very stoicism, exactly what Starling needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. I will hit commence in just a moment. Yes, perfect. Commence. Now I'll just click this to finish the... Perfect. Alright, next one. Hello there, Hephaestus. Ooh, he has Erechthonius and shackles.
Erechthonius is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
I'm not gonna die. I'm the warrior of light. I don't die. Ooh, that's a cool... I don't know what I would call him, but that's cool. Perfect Imperfection is a very cool title. Summon all my other warriors of light. Okay, let's fuck him up. Fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up. Ooh, there's a Pictomancer! I'm gonna buff the Pictomancer.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison. From fulgent flame my servants rise.
Okay, interesting. We're all over here together. Sure.
Leave naught but ash in your wake. Let's seep sorrow into your heart.
Ooh, okay.
I'm tired of this farce.
This.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
The fruits of sacrifice. What a cool phrase. Use of fruits of labor with the fruits of sacrifice is interesting.
You are afraid to be consumed.
Okay, something interesting is happening. Ooh. this, hit this. Doing good.
Perish in flame's embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Okay, now where do I go? I'm guessing over here where everybody else is.
From Fulton's flame my servants rise. A fitting death.
Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're halfway.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
No, you won't. Okay. Ooh, that's a cool form change. I don't know if I missed it or if you only just now did it,
Know my rage.
but I like it. Let's throw this up for everybody. Ooh. Okay. Pictomancer is so fun looking off to the side there. Ugh. I'm so excited to try that class out. Okay, we're going this way, I guess. Sure. Now, where's everyone going? Oh, okay, well. There we go.
Leave naught but ash in your wake. Out of my sight.
Almost there. 18% more.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Okay.
You are prey to be consumed. %. Oh, I got petrified. Dang it. Okay, that's fine though. Should be fine here. Yep. Almost there. 4% more. 2, 1. Come on. And dead. Alright. Abyssos has been cleared. But now what? Now what? Like, is Athena gonna come back? Is that gonna be the final four? Is like building up to getting to Athena or something? Is it gonna have an Erechthonios that's gonna build up the final four of these? Because there's gotta be 4 more raids. I just don't know what's gonna happen. Oh my. Person in the front there, I couldn't help but look at the big titties on their character. Ooh, I'll take that. I got it. So you can have a commendation. I got the wind up Erechthonios. I love it when I get the minion. Okay.
The minions and the mounts are the best things to get. Not voiced. This is such a good moment for a voice cutscene. Chain events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over! Or this is not over! With the dots. I see you will not go peacefully. Fight. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erythonius's dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruin. As for Erythonius... he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? Well, isn't that what you're doing, though, too, buddy? Hot meat kettle. Granted, he's doing it in a less bad way, I'd argue, but still not great. My wish? You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erythonius beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. Like that I'm just jumping in the background, ready to fuck shit up whenever I get the go-ahead. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers in my heart, for I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Mother, she... no, then who... how do I... trust in La Habrea? I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever... in La Habrea, I will have my say. There we go. Come on. Break out of the chains. Beautiful. Let's fucking go, Erythonius. His mind was mine. Ah, I love watching a villain's plan crumble. I can't explain. Autumn's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear, as the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. Ooh! Look who's doing magic! Is he doing that all on his own, too? How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've interred much worse. This is a good moment. How are they gonna ruin it? You worthless. You. Ooh. And all that's left behind is a crystal. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I bet that's exhausting, bud. He's still standing on a weird symbol on the floor. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. Good job, La Brea. Now what? With Hephaestus' essence contained in the crystal, he may safely return to Erechthonius, or return to Erechthonius above, that he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understand his adeptness in the art of internment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Alright. Abrea is looking to Erechthonius with concern, it said. Feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. Look at me, Themis. I can, as soon as I could, I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force sailing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him, good and good and all? See, despite his muddled senses, Erechthonius felt that to seal Hephaestus away was his proper course. It wasn't so noble, I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. Is that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? It was not but the parts of my memory and soul that I cut away, a mass of ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe it's time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? Yes, she did. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what really happened here and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to the research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly though, we can enhance and alter our physical vessels. We have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations we were meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. It's how they fell in love. I take it I was born not soon after. Maybe about 9 months, if we had to put it on a timeline, you know? Just so, I believe she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium was built, she requested to lead the researchers. I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her? I made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agdistis to keep watch from Tartaros's vestibule as I ventured deeper, not knowing what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Okay. Gonna get a little cutscene. Voiced. Athena had Erichthonios up in chains. Is that me? Mm-hmm. You are well aware that out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers in Pandaemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agdistis forever, as you well know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Erichthonios. Else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time has come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. Ooh, okay. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you do not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know one another more deeply than ever before. Are we gonna watch him fuck? Impossible. You bonded your souls. Oh, shit. The boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I am become thee, memory and mind. And I thee. Ooh. Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. The ultimate selfishness. I mean... How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains. And when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fervor. So we're gonna have to, like, do something with him here. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. Which is why he split Ericthonius, or not Ericthonius, Hephaestus out. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Interesting. That he only has half of a mask there. Or half of the symbol, because we've seen him with the full thing before. So clearly his soul is made whole at some point throughout this. Thus did I forsake a part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Your actions bordered on insanity to go such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Yeah. Wild. Today's not going unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Iorm and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. Why didn't you destroy the crystal? Think one day to make use of the knowledge it contained. I will not deny such considerations played in my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should. Yet in truth, he was a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena alive again, that she might finish what she began. Yeah, for all of that, he and I were alike. We had shared a fatal flaw. You see, our need to control blinded us to other perspectives. I was a thrall. You called out to me. What did you say? Does La Habrea speak true? I do. I think he speaks true. And now it's your turn to do the same. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was the best for me? La Habrea, I know, had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I've said all that I can say, and now it's for you to choose to believe me or not. La Habrea, I know, holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say... Thank you, Hephaestus. Something's going to go horribly awry. I just know it. I don't know. Something's going to go horribly awry. But unfortunately, that discovery will have to wait for another day because it's almost 6 o'clock and I gotta get going. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, you should be. I stream when I have time, and most of the time I'm just posting shorts about like D&D and Pathfinder and whatnot. Hopefully I'll be able to stream tomorrow. We will see if time allows for it. So yeah, hopefully I will see you then. Bye-bye.